This is the DJI Agris T16. The Agris T16 was designed from the ground up. It features 6 rotors, an RTK dual redundancy system, and an avionic redundancy system. It has a payload of up to 16 liters, a spray rate of up to 4.8 liters per minute, and 8 sprinklers work perfectly with the downward airflow, resulting in an impressive spraying effect. It has a spray width of 6.5 meters, which can cover an area of 10 hectares per hour. The multi-aircraft control mode functions with the FPV camera as well as an HD video transmission system with a range of up to 3 kilometers, ensuring flight safety and boosting spraying efficiency. Thanks to the all-new modular design of the T16, both the spray tank and batteries are easily swappable, which significantly improves operational efficiency. Its core module has a rating of IP67, making it easy for maintenance. The foldable aircraft arms are convenient for storage and transportation. A new battery management system and a 2600-watt 4-channel intelligent battery charger increase charging cycles by 100%. When flying in complex farmland environments, the onboard DBF imaging radar empowers the aircraft to fly over varying terrain intelligently. When encountering an obstacle, the T16 detects the obstacle's orientation and the distance to it, automatically planning a flight path to circumvent the obstacle. Pilots can view the live video feed and adjusted route on their remote controller. After circumventing the obstacle, the T16 will automatically resume spraying. To target unevenly distributed fruit trees and varying heights, the T16 comes equipped with intelligent solutions. With the Phantom 4 RTK, users can perform centimeter-level scanning of the orchard. Then, DJI Terra conducts 3D mapping of the scanned area. With its AI technology, Terra can also generate 3D flight paths for more efficient planning. With the help of the RTK centimeter-level positioning system, the T16 is capable of flying precisely along flight paths while accurately adjusting its spray rate according to tree distribution, reducing the pesticide dosage. The DJI Agris T16 delivers more efficient, reliable, and intelligent solutions, pushing the boundaries of crop protection. It lifts agricultural efficiency to new heights, opening more possibilities for the future of agriculture.
As the world population continues to grow, we need innovative ways to feed more people sustainably. That means leveraging intelligence in the agriculture industry to make operations smarter and more efficient. Meet the new tool that makes your workflow intelligent, the DJI P4 Multispectral. A high-precision, multispectral drone solution designed to get you agricultural insights for targeted action. The P4 Multispectral retains the same powerful performance as DJI's other drones, integrating a multispectral imaging system that lets you see more than just visible light. Monitor crop health throughout growing seasons by generating vegetation index maps using multispectral images. Get accurate, consistent results thanks to the integrated spectral sunlight sensor that accounts for different levels of sunlight during different times of the day. Achieve centimeter-level precision with the RTK module and DJI's time-sync system, allowing you to get accurate positioning data on both the RGB and multispectral images captured. DJI's iconic drone platforms have evolved for the world of work. The P4 Multispectral is an accessible tool you can rely on to collect plant-level intelligence for agricultural uses and beyond.
The world of work was once again revolutionized when DJI launched the new enterprise flagship platform, the Matrice 300 RTK. With the new ZenMuse P1, unlock more of its potential. The P1 integrates a full-frame camera with interchangeable fixed-focus lenses on a 3-axis stabilized gimbal. It is an efficient, accurate payload designed for photogrammetry. For the first time, DJI uses a full-frame sensor with more microns in each pixel to give you higher image quality. At 45 megapixels and with short shooting intervals, the camera can capture high-resolution images of large areas in short flights. In just 4 flight, 140 minutes. Collect data for 10 kilometers squared of 2D orthomosaics. What's more, the P1 syncs time across the camera, gimbal, flight controller, and RTK module to deliver centimeter-level accurate data. Its global mechanical shutter with a shutter speed of 1/2000th seconds prevents the jello effect, keeping images crisp even during high-speed flights while meeting accuracy requirements of 1:500 scale cadastral surveys. Thanks to the flexible 3-axis gimbal, Smart Oblique Capture simplifies oblique photography for you to quickly generate highly accurate 3D models. In areas with elevation changes, flight paths that follow the terrain let you fly safely while improving the accuracy of data outputs. Traditional geological surveys required teams to hang from dangerous slopes. Now, with the M300 RTK and P1, Map of the object photogrammetry missions are easier than ever. Vertical slopes and mountain ranges can be modeled with a millimeter-level resolution, so teams can investigate, measure, and evaluate these hazard sites. Use this combo for AEC and surveying applications to quickly acquire 2D and 3D data for all phases of the project lifecycle, including design, acceptance, inspection, and maintenance. In emergency response, immediate access to the latest intel is crucial. When used with DJI Terra, the solution enables real-time mapping, so teams can have eyes on a large area to quickly make informed decisions. The ZenMuse P1 and M300 RTK solution is unprecedentedly efficient, accurate, intelligent, and safe, setting a new benchmark as your new go-to tool for aerial survey.
Northwest Texas today on a utility pole inspection where we will be using this new M300. Our inspections require that we check each one of these structures going down the line. With that being, the total count is more than 2,000, covering 12,000 square miles. It's a lot of work, but we can do it in a lot less time than a traditional method.
With the increased zoom and the higher resolution, I believe that we'll be able to find smaller defects. It'll help for checking for missing hardware, such as small bolts and nuts. Instead of having to reset and focus for each area of interest, I'm able to select a broader area and then it will do those individual photos for me with the focus. With a crane crew, you could only get about 4 structures inspected in a day. And with a drone team, that bumped it up to an average of probably 10, 12 structures in a day. With the additional flight time of the new batteries, it'll reduce the amount of battery swaps throughout a day, which will cut down on downtime and increase the amount of structures you're able to inspect throughout a day.
The AI spot check, we find that very beneficial for our team because our inspections typically don't just happen one time. Typically, we need to inspect the same structure over multiple years. So that allows us to perform the same flight again. And that way we can compare apples to apples and see if there's any significant changes in that structure.
Drones have changed the inspection industry. They make the inspectors more efficient, faster.
I love doing it. It's allowed me to spend more time with my family
Very excited to see the M300 in our fleet.
The M300 has changed everything as far as what we're able to do and when we're able to do it.
The Lxndr Park site is a fully integrated refinery and petrochemical facility.
We first started looking into drones in the summer of 2016. We were first of its kind where Shell employees are pilots flying drones. It's all in-house. We've already been vetted through Shell Aviation. It just streamlines the process where we're able to do everything ourselves.
When it actually came time for our instructors to put our hands on the drone, it was unbelievable just how easy it was even at that time. And even now, taking that huge leap forward to where we're at right now with the Matrice 300 coming out, it's a big change, how things have evolved so quickly in that.
The things that we look at, flares, all the steam systems that assist these flare tips are kind of hard to see from ground level, especially in the daytime. So it's very useful to be able to fly up and get an overhead look to know if that pilot's lit, do we have a flame.
The new sensor will save me time as a zoom camera, a 4K camera, and a thermal camera are combined into one camera.
It's very small, meticulous things that you need to get in a shot, and the zoom capabilities, it's unbelievable. We can get right in and see it without putting any personnel in any harm. When we do flights out here, we have all the sensors turned on. We know exactly how far away we are from the equipment, exactly what we're shooting at range-wise, and it makes for a safe and easy flight that way.
By having these drones and all of the technology that comes along with it, it's a huge step in the direction of helping keep people safe. And by using the drones, we're reducing the need to put people at heights. Whatever the case calls for, the drone technology allows us to provide that delivery means.
Very excited about the release of the new drone with the extended flat time. The new sensor, multiple cameras into one, would be very beneficial to us.
It's going to make my life easier, for sure. I'm super excited about that.
Strabag is a European technology group for construction services headquartered in Vienna. Strabag is one of Europe's largest construction companies, and we cover all services related to the building industry. In 2015, we started using drones for surveying and 3D data generation to achieve efficiency gains for internal and external clients. This had an impact on our workflows and simplified many steps in our operations. Setting up ground control points used to be a time-consuming process. In the past, we needed 20 to 40 GCPs per square kilometer, which took several hours to place. By deploying the Phantom 4 RTK, we can reduce the number of GCPs to 3 to 5, and even to 0 under certain circumstances. For us, the Phantom 4 RTK is another step forward in making construction surveying with drones simpler. It is compact and flexible, and therefore can be a useful tool for our teams at Strabag. In order to use all the benefits of the fully integrated system, in RTK mode, we are using network RTK services. To achieve even more accurate results, especially in areas with bad mobile network coverage, the DRTK2 mobile station can be connected with ease. The long battery life of up to 30 minutes allows us to map large areas during a single flight. The Phantom 4 RTK provides an integrated flight planning app in the remote control, including all relevant surveying parameters to make flight planning easy and efficient. This helps us to gather consistent data that can be easily processed with accurate results. If the area is too large to map on a single battery charge, the Phantom 4 RTK will automatically resume the mission at the same point after the battery has been replaced. Without ground control points, the achievable horizontal accuracy is up to 3 centimeters. This is the foundation for delivering good results in volume calculation, terrain modeling, and progress monitoring. The Phantom 4 RTK also offers the opportunity to choose between RTK and PPK. After the flight, the data is uploaded on-site to the cloud to be processed by the surveyor's preferred post-processing software. Drone-generated survey data is comprehensive, which is an advantage for detailed 3D modeling and related evaluations. Thanks to the Phantom 4 RTK's consistent data capturing process, engineers are assured that they receive the necessary models according to their project requirements. In due course, the models are available for the engineers to download on-site. Drones are proving to be very efficient tools in the construction industry, and I'm convinced that they will be integrated more and more into construction processes on the international stage. As an innovation leader, it is our desire to execute complex construction projects with the highest quality and to deliver results on time. The Phantom 4 RTK contributes in many aspects. We are looking forward to working with the Phantom 4 RTK.
As a police officer, we handle all the typical functions that you're familiar with.
Any type of variety of calls that anybody would call 911 for, anything from emergency medical, fires, police-related incidents.
If we needed a bird's eye view, we'd have to call Houston Police Department to try and get their helicopter out, but sometimes they're busy. So what we realized is we could have been more effective, more efficient if we had a drone program. When you're on the ground, all you can see is straightforward. Sometimes there's trees, sometimes there's high grass, sometimes there's a building, but if you get a bird's eye view, you can see around all of that. It allows you to be more efficient in if you need to bring in more resources or if you have enough resources. If we are first on scene, the time is very important. If we had a missing person, we can put a drone in the air, like the trees, and get it moving. Then at that point, we will start breaking the search areas that we think that person is in, whether that is provided by a directional from one of our canine units.
The canine works well with us because they can give us that direction of travel. The drone is a great resource. You can cover a lot of ground, you can check a lot of areas, and then we can scout way out in advance on the speed at which we can check areas, and then the canine can course correct us, so together we're an effective team. There's nothing that beats having a thermal camera to see everything that you can't see in the darkness.
So the point of interest would be great for us because we can get the GPS point. We can say that this is the point of interest that we have. We can send that out to everybody else so that they know they need to go there. But that could be huge to be more effective and more efficient in trying to get people to where people need to be picked up.
As we expose the different officers here to what we can do, they all come around the idea that this is going to make everybody a little bit safer.
And so having that bird's eye view or having a spotlight, having a thermal, all adds to the ability to have a safe scene, to provide ground assets with more information. The more information we have, the better decisions we can make.
Esta comunidad es mi comunidad. Yo crecí aquí, vivimos una vida difícil. Yo perdí un embarazo y por poco pierdo la vida. Yo seguía sangrando y sangrando y sangrando. Y aquí no había vehículo. Mi suegra buscó gente, juntó muchos hombres y me llevaron en una hamaca.
In these rural communities, this is a tropical country. The weather is, changes a lot. We do have tropical storms. And once it starts raining in these hills, you have the mudslides. So even if we have some roads that are already in good condition, there are moments in which these communities are just isolated for weeks.
Hay personas que vienen aquí con las analíticas de hace 2 meses y yo le pregunto, ¿pero por qué? Porque no tenía para venir, no había medios para venir. Muchas veces vienen en caballo y tenemos que resolverle rápido porque por donde está pasa un río y ese río se pone peligroso y no pueden devolverse.
The Drone Innovation Center, in partnership with local government and communities, has begun a trial program that uses drones to help carry medical supplies and blood samples between remote mountain villages and larger city hospitals.
Es muy fácil porque con los drones el paciente está en cama y se le puede tomar la muestra en su casa y enviarlo, hacerle su procedimiento de la muestra y mandarle su analítica a su casa. Inclusive, la doctora que está de turno aquí en el hospital le prescribe lo que tiene que comprar y se le manda ya igual con el dron.
We needed to make sure that we had every single stakeholder involved. We're talking about the Ministry of Health, the civil aviation authorities. So the health ministry also, within the execution of the project, wanted us to address a specific issue, which is a pressing issue in the Dominican Republic, which is infant mortality. So once we identified San Juan as the province to do that, we did the deployments, we connected one hospital with 2 clinics. We did over 25 flights back and forth on a week. I think the main outcome that we achieved was to demonstrate that the time of delivery is definitely one of the key outcomes. I mean, 14 minutes on a flight of a drone versus 45 on a pickup truck, you know, there is efficiency there.
Bueno, con este nuevo sistema estaríamos muy contentos de ver cómo tuviéramos un paciente aquí, por ejemplo, una embarazada que no sabe que está embarazada y viene con su náusea, su mareo, su cosa, y la tenemos en la camilla, pero el doctor no puede ponerle nada porque no sabe si está embarazada. Mandamos la muestra a Boichío y llega esa muestra al momento. Wow, ya sabemos qué vamos a hacer.
En la parte realmente humanitaria, nos damos cuenta que podemos resolver muchos problemas de esas personas y que podemos salvar rápidamente, podemos resolver aquí mismo en el hospital. Nos damos cuenta de lo que tiene el paciente. Llamamos a la doctora, tiene una dificultad, se le manda sus resultados y la doctora puede resolver, se pueden salvar vidas, muchas vidas.
"10 years from now, this isn't going to be a dream anymore. People won't think that drone delivery is unique. It's just going to be part of your everyday life."
My name is Wes Shover. I'm the head of U.S. operations for Flytrex. We're based out of Tel Aviv, Israel. We provide comprehensive drone delivery systems for small business to e-commerce giants. From assisting with the facilitation of the regulatory process to providing the drones and a cloud-based drone management system, Flytrex is spearheading the drone revolution around the world.
My name is Brent Eliason. I'm Director of Operations at Ease Drones. The role that I play in drone delivery with Flytrex is I was the first UAS company in the United States to work with Flytrex to bring drone delivery to Grand Forks, North Dakota.
Well, we were approached by Weston, the Grand Forks Economic Development Office, that this was a drone project, and that they would love to be able to test flight some deliveries at the Kings Walk Golf Course. We were pretty excited about it to kind of be the first golf course in North Dakota or even in the Midwest that would try something like that, and we moved forward from there. Test flight came from the clubhouse here and landed in this location right here. So we went across the water.
The routes are pre-planned and the order comes in through the system. We fulfill the order. Once the drone is loaded with the delivery, the operator, whether it's the server or a warehouse technician, they would press launch. The drone will take off on its pre-programmed mission and execute the delivery, all from this web interface.
There is a little leeway to execute drone delivery, albeit very, very challenging because the regulation is very restrictive on where you actually can do this. And why the golf course made sense is because it checked those boxes.
You know, we're able to carry almost 6 pounds. It's able to effectively deliver food and even some, 10-mile-an-hour winds, and it's steady as a rock. That's what we love about the Matrice. You know, it's the most capable drone developed by DJI.
The FAA came out to observe the operation. It validated that what we were doing was safe and appropriate.
The spirit of aviation in Grand Forks is just unmatched. It makes it a very good place to bring UAS technology and try new things. I think that's really why the project was successful at Kings Walk Golf Course, is the community support.
In some municipalities, they're saying drones are no good, but in Grand Forks, drones are here to stay.
When I plan a shoot, I never want to feel restricted. I want the camera to be mine to move anywhere. Whether that's on the ground or in the air, what matters is getting the shot. Using the DJI M600, I have the freedom to move a professional cinema camera anywhere.
The DJI M600 is a completely integrated heavy lifter aerial system for filmmakers. It includes everything needed to go from assembly to flying. We designed the M600 to combine seamlessly with the Ronin MX, our first openly compatible aerial gimbal. The gimbal can also rotate 360 degrees continuously, so it never needs to be reset. The M600 is compatible with the DJI Zenmuse camera line and allows full camera control of shutter speed, ISO, f-stop, frame rate, and more. By connecting DJI Focus to Lightbridge 2, operators can pull focus with any camera setup that falls within its maximum payload.
Traditionally, heavy aerial systems use big batteries, and it makes travel really difficult. But with the M600, I never have to worry about that anymore.
Powering the M600 is a set of 6 DJI intelligent batteries. Their size makes them easy to transport and replace. They also provide an additional layer of security and reliability during flight. These batteries give the M600 a fully loaded flight time of up to 15 minutes at a 13.2-pound payload, or up to 35 minutes with the Zenmuse X5R.
Accuracy is key when I'm shooting, and shots need to be repeatable when filming take after take.
Equipped with the A3 flight controller, you get intelligent flight modes such as waypoints, follow me, and point of interest. The M600 can also be upgraded to the A3 Pro for 3 GPS units and 3 IMUs. Data from these systems are compared hundreds of times per second or more, depending on the flight situation, and any anomalies are intelligently ignored to ensure flying remains safe. Video transmission is handled by Lightbridge 2, which provides an HD video feed up to 1080p at 60 frames per second, ideal for monitoring up to 3 miles away. With Lightbridge 2's SDI output, television broadcasters now have broadcast standard video outputs of 720p at 59.94 frames per second and 1080i at 50 frames per second. For developers, you will also be able to completely customize the M600 and Ronin MX through the DJI SDK.
Every time you have a piece of equipment on a film set that can do multiple things, it opens up your creativity.